If you have diabetes, type 2 diabetes, let me be specific, or if you have pre-diabetes, travel season right around the corner, and there's certain things that you should be carrying. So the first thing that you need is a travel bag, not just any bag. I'm talking about a bag that has multiple compartments, because these multiple compartments are going to hold a variety of different things that can help you with your blood sugar. So first and foremost, I need you to get a bag that has multiple pockets in it. In that bag, I want you to put your diabetes gear. I want you to put your medications in there, whether that is some pills, or even if you are taking insulin, I want you to make sure that you put your insulin in there. We're going to come back to insulin in a second when I talk about temperature. I want you to put your glucometer or an extra continuous glucose meter. With your glucometer, I want to make sure that you have enough lancets and you have enough test strips. If you know you are going on vacation and your insurance only gives you a certain number of test strips and lancets, it will behoove you. It would be wise, my friends, to go down to the corner of Healthy and Happy and buy some more, because you never know what is going to happen on a trip. You never know. I want you to make sure that you are carrying extra alcohol swabs if you are taking your glucometer with you, because when you prick your finger, you know, you need to clean that area first so that the numbers that you are getting are accurate. Additionally, I want you to carry an empty container that you can put your used alcohol pads in, or even the lancets in. For your continuous glucose monitor, I want you to carry extra batteries if it works on batteries, or even an extra backup charger. You're carrying insulin, and you are also carrying extra insulin. Insulin is quite sensitive. It needs to be kept at a certain temperature. So I want you to carry like a little tiny cooler, because injecting yourself with insulin that is inactive is not going to help your blood sugars. Plus, it's gross. If you've ever seen what happens to the insulin when it's out in like a really hot temperature for too long, it starts to like denature and it looks like really weird. So I want you to get a cooler. This one may seem a little bit controversial, but trust me, there is a method to my madness. I want you to bring some sugar with you. I want you to bring it in the form of some glucose tablets. If you can't get the glucose tablets, Skittles, Starburst. The reason for that, if you are having a low blood sugar, you need a fast acting sugar to help keep your blood sugar stable. So that could also be like those little juices, the little juice box that you give toddlers. That is a perfect way. Jelly beans, hard candy. The next thing that you need to bring is your identification, and also insurance information, your medical history information. So it's gonna have your name, your date of birth, your address, your contact, you know, in case anything happens, this is my emergency contact. It's gonna have the name of your doctor, the phone number of your doctor, your insurance information, just in case anything happens. I'm not saying something is going to happen, but just in case, people need to realize, oh my goodness, who is this person? They need help. How can I help them? What's the problem? Oh, and before I forget, you're also gonna have your diagnosis on there. And the reason for that is because there has been some times where individuals think that someone is drunk, but they actually may be having a low blood sugar, because some of the symptoms absolutely overlap. So if you're having a medical emergency, I would hate for the last thing that people do is to think you're drunk and then, you know, not get you the help that you need. With that being said, if you are comfortable, and I know this one tends to ruffle people's feathers a bit, if you are traveling with someone, then you may need a point person to say like, hey, if you start seeing me act a little funny, it may be my blood sugar. So these are the steps, these are the things that you do to make sure that I'm okay. My supplies are in my bag. My bag will be with me at all times. So also having that point person. If you are traveling solo, it would behoove you to frequently monitor your blood sugar and to find out, is my blood sugar going down? Is my blood sugar creeping up? So before it starts impacting the physiology of your body, you can go ahead and take those corrective measures. If it needs to be taking more insulin or taking more medication as prescribed by your doctor to correct that high blood sugar, or eating something to correct your low blood sugar. Another thing, so seeing that we're speaking about eating something and I spoke about the sugary food items, now let's talk about snacks. So there are certain snacks that I do want you to carry. Nuts. Nuts are great. I'm a fan of nuts. Nuts are a perfect combination for me of a protein, of a healthy fat and fiber, which is going to give you a little more sustenance than like the jelly beans or like the Starburst or the Skittles do. So if you're unable to eat something, those nuts will help to a certain degree. Another thing that I always say is pack yourself a peanut butter sandwich. Peanut butter has that plant-based protein, also has those healthy fats. The 2 slices of bread are carbohydrates. It's filling until you could, get something to eat. And this peanut butter sandwich is a lot more I can't talk today. This peanut butter sandwich is a lot more shelf stable than me telling you to do a turkey sandwich. Another thing that you may consider taking is protein bars, even protein chips. So with your snacks, I do want you to focus for it to be a little more protein heavy. Another thing that you may want to consider is hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizers are always necessary. I use hand sanitizers all the time with, like a piece of napkin that I have to like wipe down any seeds or any type of trays when I'm in a plane. But you want to make sure that your hand sanitizers have at least 60% alcohol in them. And this is a CDC recommendation. A lot of those floral scented with the cute little bead hand sanitizers do not have 60% isopropyl alcohol in it. So it's not going to do the job. So find a hand sanitizer that has at least 60% alcohol in it. Another thing that you may want to consider too is to carry like little trash bags. Well, I always travel with like little trash bags. I don't know about you guys, but I always travel with them because they always come in handy. I always need to throw away something or put something in another bag to keep it away from something else. But little trash bags. Oh, and if you have a CGM, you know how your CGM has like the little adhesive that goes over the device? You may want to bring extra of those, especially if you know you're going to a place where you're going to be sweating a lot. That adhesive comes off very easily. So you may want to carry more of those adhesive covers. And just to prepare you, if you are going into a different time zone, prepare yourself for the time zone change. Know that your eating cycle, your eating schedule is going to change. Know that your medication schedule is going to change. There have been a lot of people that I've worked with that have gone into different time zones, and we totally had to adjust their eating schedule, which in turn, their doctor had to adjust the times that they take their medication. So just know when you go into a different time zone, just have a plan, please. And also if you're going on the plane, do take your diabetes friendly backpack with you as a carry-on. Do not put it underneath the plane. I know you may be saying, Kim, like, duh, that's self-explanatory, but you would be surprised in the hustle and bustle of the airport how many people just check it on instead of taking it as a carry-on. All right, guys, well, that is it. Let me know if you think I missed anything in the comment section below, but as usual, remember to comment, remember to like, remember to subscribe and share this video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.